first of many, hopefully delicious conversations in the beauty entrepreneurship community. My name is Melody Bockelman. I am the host of tonight, the Beauty Entrepreneurship Community Roundtable. This is going to be an amazing conversation. I reached out to some of my industry friends and colleagues and I said, hey, the world is crazy. Let's have a conversation about it. And so tonight is going to be a juicy, very raw, unrehearsed conversation from beauty industry professionals about the changes that we need as a community, as an industry, from consumers, from retailers, from our supplier partners, from everything. So as you are joining, we will definitely do our best to answer questions, those sorts of things. If it's your first time in Zoom, because we have so many people that are joining us, please leave your questions in the chat area, right? So we can get to them. But first, let me start with introductions. So I have Robyn. Hey, Robyn.
Hi. Hi, community.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.
For sure.
So, Robyn is the founder of Holistic Beauty Group. She is a product developer. Robyn, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So as Melody mentioned, I'm a product developer in the space. I develop beauty and wellness products for mature brands, emerging brands, really helping them navigate through the product development landscape. So what that looks like is we develop concepts, we write briefs, we work with labs, we iterate on formulas, do testing, packaging, all of the fun stuff that sort of happens behind the scenes, and really help brands understand their ingredient policies as well. So we do a lot of work with technologies and ingredient platforms and really helping brands to understand where they are in their ingredient landscape and helping them to clean up their formulas as well. So that's some of the work that we do.
That's awesome. How long have you been doing it?
17 years. So I come from the corporate beauty space. So corporate beauty, Arbonne, Estee Lauder, Smashbox, bigger brands, but I actually started out in the indie space. So started off as a fragrance developer for Dana Decker and Spa Ritual and, some of those brands, and moved up in my career working for more corporate brands. But when I got to that corporate level, I really missed working with emerging brands and thought that I would take my experience and really help brands that actually give a shit about what they're doing. So now that we're in this moment, it's really about, really giving those resources to brands that need to understand, the supply chain, the relationship with labs and really how to work and develop their products in a way that's going to give them sustainable success is what we do. So I'm really happy to be a part of this conversation tonight, and just thank you for having me.
I'm super glad that you're a part of this conversation. Thank you for being here. So let's see here. Liz, would you like to come on and unmute yourself? So Elizabeth Davis is the founder of Shedavi. Welcome, Liz.
Hi, thanks for having me, Melody.
I'm so glad that you're here. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm the founder, the proprietress of Shedavi, and we are a brand that's vegan, natural, holistic, and we focus on healthy hair care from the inside out. We also focus on transforming, retaining, and renewing your healthy hair growth, your body, and your nails too.
And how long have you been in business?
I have been in business since, well, technically I started my company in 2014. I did develop for about a year and a half, develop my product, and I launched my product in February 2016. So it's been about 4 years, 4.5 years now that we've been in business and actually
awesome.
selling product. Yes.
Okay, awesome. I've known you for a long time, so it's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Close to the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning. I've known you from the beginning. That's great. That's great. That's awesome. Well, thanks for being here tonight. Jeannell, another Atlanta, another brand owner. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining in and hopping in on this conversation. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So thank you, Melody, for having me. My name is Jeannell Darden, and I'm the owner and creator of Moisture Love. It's a collection of plant-based products that transforms dry, brittle hair to healthy and hydrated. But most importantly, we help women confidently embrace their beauty, hence the love in our name.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And little known fact about you, you also formulate for other people.
I do. I formulate, I produce, and private label for other brands. My background is industrial and systems engineering, and I used to work for some of the Fortune 500 beauty companies of the world. So I decided I'll take that expertise, repackage it, and sell it myself as well.
Awesome. That's awesome. We're actually working on some projects together, which is fun.
Thank you so much, Melody.
I'm glad you're here. Merrell, hey Merrell.
Hey y'all.
How are you?
I am okay.
I know. You are our one male in the room. Thank you for doing that, by the way, being brave. I'm very glad that you're here.
This is where I thrive. With beautiful Black women, this is where I live.
Well, I am glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. So Merrell, tell everybody a little bit about yourself for those that don't know you.
All right. My name is Merrell Hollis. I am an artist that happens to work with celebrities. I've been in the industry for about 20 plus years, and I am also co-founder of a lovely skincare company called Luvanya, which focuses on healthy skin, glowing skin, improving the texture and tone of your skin without all the chemicals, you know.
Super important, super important. Because as you guys know, so Merrell's a makeup artist, right? But as Merrell says, it always starts with skin.
Yes.
So always. So he's joining us from a different perspective because he is a makeup artist who's working in the industry. He's going to be bringing his own view of what needs to happen as well. So thank you. Welcome. Dixie. Hi, Dixie. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad that you were able to join us at such last minute. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am the founder of Inside Outer Beauty Market, and we are a clean beauty retailer. So we specialize in curating beauty, wellness, personal care, and household care products that support the body inside and out. So there's a huge emphasis for us on the inside. I know a lot of times appearance is really important for people, but we really target the inside because we know that in order for the outside to shine and glow, you've got to really optimize and amplify what's going on the inside. So that's where we are.
How long have you been in business?
We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary on June the 1st, and I forgot that. Funny enough, this morning I was like, wait a minute, it's June the 3rd. We just had a 2-year anniversary, and I didn't even say happy anniversary to us.
We'll make June your entire anniversary month. How's that?
Yes.
Well, that's a big deal. Congratulations. Where are you based out of? You said LA?
No, we are in Pennsylvania, and so we're online and also brick and mortar.
Okay. Neat. All right, great. Can't wait to hear your part of this conversation. Okay, Yve-Car, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am good. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight with us. I know it's late for you.
Yes, indeed. It's past my bedtime. I'm getting old.
Well, I'm glad you took some time out today. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So Yve-Car Montperouse, feel free to call me Evie. I am the CEO and co-founder of Kreyōl Essence. Kreyōl Essence brings natural and organic beauty products from Haiti to the world. We specialize in products that are formulated for those with dry hair, dry skin, and curly hair. You can find our products at Ulta. We just launched nationwide with them. Whole Foods, Urban Outfitters, and on our website. And we're excited to be a brand that focuses not only on natural ingredients, but we are vertically integrated, meaning that we work from our farm to production to fulfillment to your home, and help to employ over 300 farmers. And in the next 5 years, we have a goal of impacting 30,000 families. So social entrepreneurship is the cornerstone of our beauty brand.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Well, congratulations on all your success. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear more about it. I did see you on Shark Tank. I think I met you briefly, maybe in 2018 or 17 at Indy. I think you were part of an accelerator program, right?
Yeah, I was part of the Sephora, was it the Sephora Beauty Accelerator?
Yeah, I think I met you briefly there in New York. It was busy. It was fun. I loved your booth. It was great. Well, congratulations. Let's see here. And thanks for coming. Nicole Melton, hey.
Hello, friends.
How are you?
Awesome. So happy to be here.
We couldn't have this conversation without you.
Well, hey, let's do it.
Let's do this.
I have been in beauty for 12 years now. I was the former online beauty editor at essence.com. And right now I help beauty entrepreneurs and beauty professionals create content marketing that helps them grow their business over at Beauty Content Studio.
That's awesome. And you've worked with Essence in a lot of major brands.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've done. So since I started my business in 2013, I've consulted, I've done beauty shows, beauty expos, influencer marketing, a little bit of everything in the online marketing and content space.
And now you're settled really into the content space. And you do a great job with your stylist and makeup artist, and love it.
Thank you.
Love it, love it. And she's a Howard grad.
I'm still at Howard. I'm getting my Master's of Divinity at Howard right now. So
that's awesome. When's graduation for you?
Oh, who knows at this point? I'm part-time as an entrepreneur and a mom, so I'm just taking my time. 2022 probably.
Okay, awesome. That's wonderful. All right, Mabel, hey. You got it. Oh, you got it?
You guys.
Good.
Excited to be here. My name is Mabel Frias, and my background has been digital space for large retailers, so Macy's. Then I did a stint at Nordstrom. I'm currently actually at Savage X Fenty, doing their digital strategy. Plus, I have my own venture with my sister. We have a beauty brand with a focus on the Afro-Latina segment, which has been really, really a fun ride to do it all. And I'm like, why not? So that's my contribution. I love beauty. I think beauty is at the cornerstone of so many, cultural conversations. Obviously, you have the big scale, like the Fenty Beauties of the world, and you have obviously the natural segment. I'm just excited to contribute on like what, advocating for multicultural beauty within a large retailer like Nordstrom, and how that journey kind of shook out, and what kind of like why I'm here, and I'm passionate about this. And obviously with the things that have happened this week, last week or just in general, has, I think, created a lot of intimate conversations, and seeing them play out, it's really interesting because we've all, what I hear is we've all worked in corporate. It's just interesting now that some of the reasons probably we've all migrated or forged our own paths. I bet we'll learn about that as we share.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear your perspective on things, because I met her when I was with a brand. We were at Cosmoprof, and we had 10 buyers. She was the only person of color, the only brand she was representing Nordstrom's at the time. No one else of color was there. So I remembered her and reached out, and I was so excited. And congratulations on launching your brand.
Of course, I remember you, and I remember the brand that you represented, and I hugged her. I was like, oh my God, I don't see women like you. I was like, I don't know what it means, but I'm so excited to see you here. And it was just that synergy of like, I see you.
Yes.
Let's talk to you and work this other side. Like, but I see you, you know what I mean?
And we were actually Crystal's on the line, which is great. So, yeah. Hey, Crystal. She's like, don't call me out. We were really excited to see you. It was almost like a message of like, keep going. There's an opportunity here. It just didn't feel like it at the moment.
Yep.
But we'll talk about that later. So Janice, hey girl.
Hey Melody, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Excited. I'm good. So hello everyone, my name is Janice, aka theretailgenius.com. This is a business that I started 2 years ago to help women who want to open beauty supply stores and or boutiques. I started my own almost 10 years ago, over 10 years ago when I was 24 years old. It was one of the first Black-owned beauty boutiques in New York. So I'm really excited to represent for our Black-owned retailers. We are underrepresented, undervalued. And so I'm really excited to talk about why it's important to support your Black-owned beauty spaces.
I'm excited to have that conversation. I love your perspective that you're bringing tonight. So everybody unmute yourself. Let's jump in. I told y'all this was going to be juicy. Do you hear the talent in this room? Like, it's amazing. I'm so excited. I'm glad we're having this conversation. All right, guys. So tonight, the whole concept of this initial roundtable is actually to form something bigger. We want to come together as a group and a community to advocate more for ourselves. But we're going to jump in, and I wanted to start with the conversation, guys, of supporting businesses. Particularly right now, we see, you know, buy from Black owned, buy from Black owned, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. Let's see, Yve-Car, would you like to go first on that conversation?
Sure. I think it's been an interesting time. I have to say, it's nice to see a galvanization of support Black, and, you know, really let's call out and make it an intentional practice for Black businesses outside of Black History Month. I was just, you know, it's nice. It's like Blackout Tuesday have now become the new Black History Month. And I just hope that it is something that is consistent and something that becomes more than just a trend during popular times. And I know for many Black-owned brands and those who want to serve a multicultural community, it's been really hard to make the case for why our brand should be included. So hopefully, I even got a few text messages from friends and folks who are not of color or who may not have supported Black brands saying, I'm sorry I didn't support before, or I'm sorry I didn't make a concerted effort to do so before, but I'm doing so now. So I'm processing that because I'm like, ain't nothing changed about us. Glad you're getting woke. But I do welcome it and think that it is an opportunity for brands to grow while people's hearts and minds are open.
I love that. Anybody else want to comment on that? I'm feeling like I'm agreeing with you. How do we make this not a trend?
I think if I can jump in, I think really showcasing the importance of the product behind Black brands, right? So like Yve-Car with Kreyōl Essence, this is social entrepreneurship, like what she's doing in Haiti. It's like furthering, you know, development of countries. Like we need to get educated and aware about all of the back work that some of these brands are doing. And I think that, you know, not only supporting these brands, but really showing, you know, the Black community why you should be supporting these brands. These brands have cleaner formulas. These products are made with, you know, healing intention. You know, these are family-owned recipes, whatever it is, but really educating on that higher quality and how, you know, your dollar is going further. Also, you know, these are brands that they're not just marketing to the Black consumer to get the Black coin, right? Like we're making products, people in this industry are making products because they truly love you. They love the Black consumer. They're making products for you, for their mothers, for their communities, right? So it's like understanding that these products are made with the intention to serve you. I think like if we can bring that education forward, it's not just about support Black, but you really should be supporting Black because these products were made for you and with the highest level of intention and quality. And, you know, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that I think we should, you know, bring to the table. So I think, you know, those are just some ideas on, you know, what we can do to educate the consumer. I think the visuals that we show, the stories that we tell, you know, we're not just marketing to this consumer, we are this consumer. So I think we need to really step up and really support these brands because they see us.
And I think too, in addition to what Robyn is saying, I've heard people like make the excuse around not supporting Black, like, well, why are you saying I should buy from you just because you're Black? And I think that conversation goes deeper in that I'm not saying buy from me because I'm Black. I'm saying buy from me because I have a bomb product. It's well formulated, it's well made, and I'm Black. You know what I mean? So, and I think that a lot of consumers need to understand that you're buying from me because I built this business so that my Black daughters can have trust funds like other races children have, because I didn't have that. And I had to go to work and I had to drop my child off at daycare to go build another family's trust fund because my parents didn't have anything to give to us. And this is how we cycle this dollar back around, because everybody I hire is Black. Not because, you know, other races aren't capable, but because I am trying to support my people first. And if I can't find what I need there first, then we go somewhere else.
It also speaks to, really quickly, beauty, what we know for Black women is that beauty is cultural. Beauty is rooted in family traditions. It goes beyond just, oh, I'm doing my hair this morning, or I'm putting on some foundation. Beauty for Black women is really tied to identity. It's tied to self-esteem. It goes way beyond, I'm just buying something off of the shelf. And so when we are supporting product owners and entrepreneurs who understand the culture and the really the routines, you know, every woman remembers sitting in the kitchen the night before Easter Sunday, right? There's just some things that we do in our beauty cabinets and in our beauty spaces that other cultures don't understand. White women don't know what a kitchen is, you know, and not the one with cooking. They're not doing faux locks. And so when we have products and we have the understanding of not only just the tangible component of beauty, but also the culture and the routines and how that's passed down through generations. And it goes beyond just taking care of our hair or just taking care of our skin. It's a part of who we are. That becomes really, really important in continuing that legacy and continuing to make beauty really a bigger part of what we do and who we are every day.
I would like to add on to that, because I echo all of that, but I think in addition to, I think when people say, oh, you know, Black owned and whatnot, I'm like, no, the actual concerns, because, you know, melanin, our skin, our hair textures, like our concerns are different because our genetic makeup is different. You know, we're not creating a product because we're Black. We're creating a product because we have actually specific, you know, genetic needs, right? Like hair moisture and all that stuff. And I think people kind of get confused, and it's like, I think it feels so personal because obviously there's all these conversations that we've had since we were kids. I have an 8-year-old that I have with my kid around like your hair and all that stuff. Like there's just certain conversations that we have to have with our kids that are part of the, you know, the talk journey. And it's definitely even significant when you think about beauty that other people just don't think about it. You know, they're just kind of like, it is what it is. And I feel like when you look at just like beauty companies in general, you know, we've more than likely have been buying products that weren't made for us, right? But we're conditioned to wash our hair with just shampoo, but actually wasn't formulated for us. And I think that education is what I think is what is probably the greatest opportunity that we have as marketers, that we have as formulators, that we have as brand owners, of helping these people understand. It's like, I didn't create this because I'm Black. I created this because there is a method and there's a reason, often genetic, most instances scientific, as to why we need things to be formulated in this way, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's the piece that I think that we could do better, if I can be honest, to educate and socialize. And when I've been sitting on the table where brands are pitching to me, that's, you know, it's tough because we know these things, but then you have people sitting on the other side of the table that don't know that. They don't know anything about Black hair or why, you know, foundation for women of color has to be formulated with differences and whatnot. So that's the piece that I always want to impart on brand founders. Like, make sure that you talk about the product first and what void the product is serving. Right? When you have a bomb product and you stick to your product story first, and it just so happens that I'm Black, that's a very different point of differentiation then. I'm Black and then my product is bomb, if that makes sense. Like, how do you advance the conversation with not the obvious in a strange way? It
is a good point, Dixie. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add that we're also flipping beauty and, you know, turning it inside out, I should say, and helping women to understand that beauty it goes way deeper than their appearance. So a lot of us, sometimes we walk around looking fabulous on the outside and we feel so lousy on the inside, whether it's because our spiritual health needs to be amplified and optimized, or whether it's because our gut health and liver health need to be optimized. We need to look at those things as a part of beauty and start incorporating them into our lives. So like Robyn said, education is key. We really need to educate women about the things that they need to do to bring beauty into their lives inside and out, holistically.